All right, so episode 20, you already know. We're dispensing all the bullshit, and partly because you completely fucked me up last week. Or, well, last podcast, because it's been several weeks.
What did I do?
No, so we kind of have a flow, right? We have like a little bit of a rhythm that we do, and I had planned on fucking that up, okay? and what my plan was to jump into the you already know. I was going to, you already know. Like, I practiced it. I was like, and I said, how's it going, my friend? And you went, you already know. And I was like, can you care? And I sounded like I had fucking dicks in my mouth or something. So I just.
Hey, whatever you do with your life, if you want to have dicks in your mouth, that's you. Okay. Well, that's your business.
Yeah, it is my business. But so I just decided that, it's episode 20. My birthday was yesterday.
Yes, happy birthday.
Thank you. And dope little C-3PO. Also, my wife got me this sweet ass Batman shirt.
Yes.
But 20 episodes in, no more. We it's going to get old. We'll just start our episodes.
I just say different shit from time to time and just, yell out, fuck it, or, my ass is itching. Something where just you be like, okay, it's different.
I'll say this. I loved it as a tagline until you used it to fuck me over, and then I killed it. I squashed it. That's how I roll.
See, white people.
It's control. Yeah,
that's what they do.
They're going to control everything. They control your radio.
When you start going out and start doing shit, guess what happens? They come and shut shit down.
Yeah,
they say cut that shit out. If we can't make the money off of it, fuck it. We shutting it all down. We shut it down. We kill you. That's what it is. Anyway,
so I noticed your Facebook. You've been posting lately. Normally not very active on social media.
I'm really not, but I have to get active.
For the guy that's supposed to be doing our social media, you're not very active on social media. In hindsight, I realized that was probably a poor ask of you.
It's no, I mean, I like I said, I'll pop in and out, but it's kind of like because I'm like working during the main time I should be posting. It's kind of like, and then by the time I get off, I'm just not really on my phone like that.
Right.
So. But, I mean, at the same time, I mean, you're in an area where it's more festive and you have more shit going on. And, you have, 2 dogs and a wife and a set and a paper Michelangelo that I want to point out that they fucking did because the fact of the story that was told. Thank you, Kendria. Thank you. Thank you.
At this point in the podcast, I'll be showing the image because I've already taken pictures of it.
Oh, you motherfucker.
So it'll go into the edit and everybody will get to see like up close. Because I don't know that you can see it. It's really just to kind of keep Ken company. So I don't know if it comes through on Ken's shot. It definitely comes through on the wide shot. So yeah, you might be able to see him from there. I can't tell. But anyway, yeah, Paper Michelangelo lives. Who knows? We might have to do a whole series of paper toys for Ken.
Y'all some assholes.
Yeah. You want to know? It's okay. So this is a little quote because like Erica did like the drawing of it in the outline. I colored it. Okay, so I wanted to have some hand in it.
Thank you.
But Erica is so dope. I know it's a Ninja Turtle and it's goofy. She did the outline of that freehand in like 15 seconds. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, she just whipped it out and then outlined it with a pen in another 10 seconds.
Talent.
And she was like, here. And I was like, I tried to draw it and I spent like 10 minutes on the head and couldn't get the head right and was like, fuck this. Here, just do it for me. And I was like, you seem to really like getting involved in these burns on Ken. And she goes, I love you much more than I worry about hurting Ken's feelings.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Erica. You really did your job. You really showed your talent this time.
And yet, what did she bring you?
She brought me some peanut butter chocolate cupcakes.
That peanut butter icing on there is like a whipped peanut butter icing. So it's not just like peanut butter just slapped on the top.
Right. Yeah.
It is so good, man. I'm telling you, it's incredible.
Well, I already know. Like I said, I mean, the cookies already, like I said, they like I said, and I appreciate the recipe again.
I was going to say she should have sent that.
I haven't made it yet, but it's trust me, it's the shit. But anyway,
big shout out to the Hazie Nut.
Yeah, the Hazie Nut, folks. People, check it out. Go there and support. It's good coffee.
And I'm smoking a fine Perdomo Habana. It's the anniversary edition. 10th anniversary for our 20th podcast.
Man.
Figured everything's kind of celebratory.
20
episodes.
20.
48th birthday. God, I'm old, man.
I wouldn't have said that out for everybody to hear that, but that's you. I mean, hey, you gotta be, actually in this day and age, the world we live in now, you kind of have to take it as like, I'm glad to be this old because, you got people falling out.
I didn't think I was going to make it this far. Oh, shit. I always do something. But at least in this, I caught it before I wouldn't be able to sync them. Forgot the microphones. Oh, yeah. All right. So, always something.
Hey, it happens.
I was telling my nephew earlier, I was wondering what I'd fuck up on this episode. Well, I always get kind of
this time
a little anxious and excited to find out.
This time it's not your fault. It's our fault together because usually I always do the rundown list and say, did this, did this.
Yeah, you didn't do shit, did
I didn't do a goddamn thing this time. Well, fuck it. That's how we go through it.
Yeah, that's my uncomfortable wheel. That's what that is.
That's what it is, huh?
So I know we had a few things we wanted to review.
Yeah.
I think first and foremost, Zack Snyder's cut, Justice League.
Yes.
So I watched it twice now.
Mm-hmm.
Once all the way through, and once kind of broken up into just some segments so I could kind of digest.
That's how I first started it. I did it in parts.
I really, I wanted to watch it with Erica, so I waited, and we got. It's finding a time where you've got 4 hours.
Yes, 4 hours.
And I've done marathon movies before. I'm going to start off by saying that I didn't mind it being 4 hours.
Me either. I didn't.
But you can definitely see that there was a lot of gratuitous slow motion. They could have trimmed some of the stuff out. I will say I do appreciate this cut so much more than the other.
Yes.
And I totally get, the situation with it when, Zach steps away because his daughter commits suicide.
Yeah.
And somebody else has to take somebody else's project that's already filmed and try to see what their vision is and make obviously a 2-hour movie out of what was well over 4 hours worth of footage.
Yes.
And then, you're trying to do reshoots to make the storyline kind of fit with what you want. At that point, it just, you're not going to have a successful movie.
No.
So Zach's obviously is a better cut because it was his original vision. You lose the scenes where Ben Affleck had to come back in to reshoot stuff and he looks paunchier and he looks tired.
Yeah.
And he really doesn't look interested in doing the stuff. And, you get all of this character development that was so good with the Flash and with Cyborg,
right?
That you totally didn't get.
It needed to be told.
Well, and that's kind of the genius of Marvel was they gave all these setup movies so that when they did their big, you didn't have to worry about any of that.
Right.
Zach didn't necessarily have that.
No.
So he got a setup movie in Batman versus Superman. And you just kind of had to hope that, in the Justice League movie, you could incorporate, both of these new characters and give some backstory, which definitely helped.
Yeah. Yeah. It was, for me, it was good. And at the same time, it needed to be, well, it didn't need to be 4 hours, but also it needed to explain. And that's the thing reason why it was 4 hours. And every bit of it, I was like, it works. From the whole development of seeing how Steppenwolf was coming to the whole plot, and I was like, okay, it really looked like an episode of the Justice League in a cartoon.
Well, and you've also opened it back up to a larger scale, movie with potential, because you've reincorporated Darkseid into the movie, which was originally supposed to be he's the bad guy.
Yes.
Steppenwolf was just doing his bidding.
Yeah.
And with Steppenwolf's defeat, it doesn't end what you've got going.
Right.
You still have this larger plot,
Right. But I mean,
I'm a kind of little Thanos-y, but
no, but
but you're going off of comics and a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, but even in that, I mean, DC always presented Darkseid out like that. He never was like, there was no grand coming for him. It was like he was just like popping up like, yo, I'm here. Like, and they were like, who are you? And then they found out who he was. But they overall did a great job. Like I said, I don't care what nobody says, Ben Affleck is Batman, hands down.
This movie was a lot better for him, especially in regards to the Bruce Wayne parts of it, which I thought he did pretty well anyway. But the interactions with Diana,
of course, you see the relationship developing between the two, like it's supposed to. I was like,
the grab of the mouse
finally,
kind of thing, and
exactly.
But there's not only that, but just in the conversations with Alfred and about his commitment to Superman and him wanting to, just a lot of it, that dedication and drive. Whenever he puts his mind to something, Bruce Wayne is just totally driven to it.
Right.
And so he was with Justice League and getting that put together. Now, there were obviously some major weird plot things that, so in all the worlds that Darkseid conquered,
right,
how many of them defended themselves? It's stated in the movie.
Right.
One.
Yeah.
Okay. One planet managed to get their shit together real quick and defend their planet and send Darkseid with a huge chunk out of his shoulder back onto his plane. They left the mother boxes, right?
Right.
Okay. How do you not know what fucking planet that is? How is it that Steppenwolf finds this planet? You didn't notice it?
Yeah, they could have.
When you got your ass kicked by it?
They could have kind of made it a little bit more.
So you're telling me they're just flying around space going, hey, there's another planet. What planet is it? I don't know. Fuck it. Let's just go fuck it up.
You know what? I did kind of like go like, really, where is this going with this? But
and when Darkseid landed, he did the exact same thing, right? Crumbled up some dust, slammed his little fucking thing in the ground, flames. Okay, so he discovered the same thing that Steppenwolf discovered, but he didn't know it was there. He didn't recognize all of that.
Right. Yeah, because Darkseid is really supposed to be the smartest one out of everybody. And then at the same time, the only thing I didn't like is that they gave him one scene where they showed him using his Omega beams. Fuck that. He was supposed to fuck some people up. Like, that's what Darkseid is supposed to do. Darkseid, people don't understand, Darkseid is when it comes to like being is brutal, he's more brutal than Thanos.
And I can see it. I did like the way they represented it visually. Like the graphics were great.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, I enjoyed it.
And
it was way better than.
The only thing I didn't like was the far as in when they did the Flash, they did too much slow motion for me. Like they made it
and too long.
Yeah, it was too long. They made it far as in with the Flash, it worked like it was supposed to work, because there were times, people don't understand, there were times where the Justice League failed.
Yeah.
Like they did fail, just like they did in the movie, they failed.
Yeah.
But there's going to be a time where Flash tries to do it again, and he's going to be right next to Darkseid. Darkseid's going to grab the shit out of him like, nope, not happening.
Well, so I did find it kind of funny that, the one thing the Flash really has going for him is speed, right?
Right.
And yet Wonder Woman and Superman are both just as fast, right? Or at least close. I mean, Superman was fast enough to fly around the world so fast that he made the Earth go back a day.
Right. But
so he can push time with speed, right? Just like the Flash. So now I understand their differences. Like Diana's like diving to grab her sword,
mm-hmm.
and he runs around the thing and bing pushes it to her. And
right, makes sense.
you know, if she had the same talents with the Speed Force, she probably could have done something there to slow down time and do what she needed to do, as opposed to, you know, having to just stay in slow motion. But like the whole, like him running around Superman and Superman kind of looking and doing the, you know what I mean, and tracking him and him going, what the fuck? Like he's not supposed to be able to see me.
Right.
You know, was kind of amusing.
I mean, even in the cartoons and the comics, they do at one point, Superman and the Flash, they do race to see who's the fastest. They do that. So
and I would imagine that Flash would win that ultimately. But yeah, I don't know. I try not to get too deep into those. I've seen those stupid threads of people arguing whether Superman is stronger than Goku, or you know, like holy Jesus,
that's the dumbest shit in the world. Like, man, people don't understand. It's just comics. It's just somebody who had a vision, created some characters, and made a fucking universal world where
it's
you
clearly
go and
Superman.
Imagine. Huh?
It's clearly Superman.
I mean, there we go. Right. You know, because like for the longest, like don't get me wrong,
because somebody's gonna see this and be like, "What do you mean Goku's way stronger?" Yeah, well, fuck you and fuck Goku. Do you know how many people
I know personally when they were sitting there, had an argument over Batman versus Superman?
Oh, I'm sure.
And they had that argument, and at the end of the day, it ultimately was this. And I told them, I said, "Look, Batman can whoop Superman if he has kryptonite, but if he does not,
he's only going to win that fight on the off chance that he knows that fight is coming.
Exactly,
and he can prepare for it.
That's it. Otherwise,
and that was the whole reason that he had contingency plans for everybody. Right. But there again, if it just comes down to it, and Superman goes, you know what, I'm pissed off with Bruce, I'm going to punch him in the face. I mean, it's not even a fight.
It's not a fight. Yeah,
there's nothing.
And it's over.
Look, the dude is my hero. I love fucking Batman. I love Batman so fucking much. I could point out Batman shit on here all fucking day.
I love what they're finna do with the Flash movie, though.
But it's Superman. He's ridiculously powerful.
Right.
And the closer he gets to the sun, the more fucking powerful he is.
I love what they're doing for the Flash movie, though. I've already read. They're taking Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck to be Batmans, because you know Flash is going to run back in there.
Yeah, they're going to have the Flashpoint.
Yeah,
right.
And people understand, anytime that the Flash runs back into the Speed Force, it always messes up something.
Yeah, you can't do it without fucking something up.
And
he never gets to come back to what he's looking for.
And that's another reason why down the road, where like even though I'm going to fix this in this moment, sometimes the villain still remembers what happened the last time. And that's the reason why, once again, it's going to come to a point where the Justice League will be enslaved by Darkseid. It's coming.
Well, and I will say, I don't know if they're going to time the movie this way or not. He does mention that he can do that in the movie.
Yeah.
And that it's not necessarily a good thing. You know, so he's obviously had bad experiences. But he does it in the movie,
right?
Briefly, just to bring it back a few moments.
That's it. That's all he does.
And we don't know whether even that had some sort of a side effect. You know what I mean? Altered. But you know, anything that small.
If y'all watch the Flash series, you'll see all that.
All right, so I've kind of left my sister hanging here for a minute. I promised my sister Danielle that I would call her and get her on the line so
it's
she
about
could
fucking time I find out some shit about you.
Defend herself, because you know I'm kind of shitty that way.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, somebody needs a passcode.
You need a passcode.
Oh, my friend, love of my life, my friend.
There you are. Oh, you're going side cam, huh?
Yeah, I thought you might prefer that. I'm trying to
Well, see, I don't know how to record this, so you know, I won't be showing you on camera other than to just do something like this, you know.
Thank God. No.
Yeah, it was just to let you come on and defend yourself. So you can say hey to Ken there.
Hey, how you doing?
So I've told some embarrassing stories about you on a few of these podcasts, right?
He's made you look evil.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
my kids heard them now. The kids are using against me now. Yeah.
like in what way?
I keep hearing snowsuit. Thanks, man.
Oh yeah, that was the last one I told, was the peeing in the snowsuit.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, shout out to Kendria. Hey, man. She's like,
when she watches, she go like, "Hey!" What's up?
oh, and just so you get to be one of the first to see it. Do you know what that is?
no.
That's paper Michelangelo.
It's never gonna stop.
Can you see it? Could you see it on the wall there?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So I figured I would give you an opportunity if there was a really embarrassing story or two that you wanted to hit the folks with. I'd let you come on here, because getting you to travel down here is going to be difficult for a while, at least, right?
No. Do I have any embarrassing stories? Oh my goodness. You know what? The thing is if I give any stories, it's my fault. So.
What do you mean? All the embarrassing stuff that happened to me was because of you?
Well, because I drag you along, I'd say, yeah, let's ski behind a car. Let's put our cowboy boots on and do it. And you'd be like, fuck yeah, why not?
Well, no. Now, the skiing beside the car was something we were doing before. That was Randy and I were doing before you got involved. Those cowboy boots were my cowboy boots from when I rode my motorcycle.
You had cowboy boots.
Yeah, I had a motorcycle in high school. And so
That's
I...
what he filled it with, Ken.
Oh, you shut up. Anyway,
no, let her speak her mind.
Yeah, once I put diesel in it, and I didn't mean to.
You put diesel in what?
Well, actually, it wasn't really diesel. What it was is my dad had a gas can in the garage that was for the lawnmower. So it was mixed for the lawnmower.
Right.
And so it had like oil in the mixture. And I was low on gas and didn't know the difference and filled my motorcycle up with it and fucked up the carburetors.
So you had cowboy boots with the retarded helmet because you did some dumb shit?
Well, that, and I used to hit my head a lot.
I see that now.
I love you, Ken.
I'm still going off the fact that you had the cowboy boots. I can picture you with that. And then the other day I seen this picture of you when you had hair.
Well, here's the worst part. So the cowboy boots were sloped on the heel because I used to use them. I dragged my feet as I was coming to stops. So they had kind of worn out. So when I walked, like it had kind of walked in a little bit. So I really looked like stupid. And then my buddy Randy had this Toyota Corolla station wagon. And we called it the Burgundy Bitch. And when it would snow on a lot of the back roads, you'd get this nice packed layer of snow that cars had kind of driven over it, but it wasn't like actual asphalt. And so he'd be driving and like 25 kilometers an hour, maybe 40, 45 miles an hour, something like that.
Yeah.
And I'd open up the passenger door and then I'd step out and I'd hold onto the door and the top of the car and I would ski beside the car. and 100% correct?
Yep.
Okay. So this was kind of problematic when you did hit an area where there wasn't any snow.
Oh, my
And so
God.
if you could keep on the heels, you'd be okay, but you'd get sparks flying from all the nails on the bottom of the heels, right? But if you didn't hit it right, then you're running beside the car trying not to slip and fall. So do you want to tell the story of you and Randy doing it after I moved to California? And Randy, weren't you guys under a controlled substance at the time?
We were on, some sort of illicit substance that, caused hallucinations. And unfortunately, the tank that we were driving, which was an 88 Grand Marquis.
If the drug was a soft drink, it would come like a tab.
Wow.
Sorry. Okay.
Gotcha.
Yes. and at the end of it, there was this huge 2-ton car in a ditch. But you know what? That motherfucker did not get damaged at all. We just dragged that shit right out. She kept going. My father, I only admitted to it.
Oh my God.
2 Christmases ago that I had done it.
But you failed to mention that while you were driving, Randy hit a dry patch and couldn't keep up and was dragging in $200 jeans as the knees were blowing out on them, yelling at you, telling you to stop, and you were just like oblivious driving, right? I wish you could see her face. She is just howling right now.
Oh my God.
Just howling right now. I spoke to Randy today.
He was a good sport.
I spoke to Randy today. He called me for my birthday.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He was always a good sport.
Yeah. Randy was always good for a good time, definitely. All right. Well, we need to get back to our podcast, but I love you tremendously.
I love you too, Ken.
Yeah,
I need you
we're gonna have to do this.
Speak up, okay? He's a fucking asshole.
Yes, he is.
I cannot
Yes.
let him treat you this way.
Yes.
Like, seriously, you need ammo, you let me know.
I'm
Find me
gonna.
on Facebook, I'll give you all kinds of shit. Hang on, Ken. Can you put the camera? Can you put the camera to Ken? I want Ken to see this. He's doing that.
All right, now you're gonna have to send
shit.
me. You're gonna have to send me a digital picture of that so I can put it up on the podcast.
Oh shit! That you had that virgin face.
Do you know who that was? That was me and my mom. That was me and my mom.
Oh my God! I'm telling you. Yeah, I seen this picture the other day. They had hair. It fucked me up. I looked at it for like 10 minutes. I was like, "That's Karl."
Yeah, I was.
Dude, you need to be on an infomercial of like before and after shots, like just what happened, like with just saying, "Hey, I had this slim fast and look at me now." Or some shit like that, but it just something went badly wrong, and then you lost your hair, and now you just got a beard.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff went
all
badly
kinds
wrong.
Of fucked up.
So you're gonna have to send me copies of both of those so I can put them up here. Cool. Yep. That was back in the early 90s.
Oh,
like,
shit.
The whole R&B, hip hop, kind of New Jack swing.
Yeah.
Oh man, I had a fade. I had a fade that was so tight.
You look like you listen to Boys and Men in that one picture.
Color Me Bad and the whole.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh
like
my
all
God.
Of it. Belle Biv DeVoe.
Oh man. I'm telling you.
All right, we're gonna sign off. I love you.
See you.
Bye. All right.
That's funny.
Yeah. So
those pictures are hilarious because the fact of it is like you like a totally different person. Like you totally do like just.
Oh, I don't know if you saw all the pictures she's been posting.
I've seen the one that it was like y'all were in the car and you had your hat backwards and you had the hair and you was just.
That's when Eric and I were first dating.
Yeah, I could tell. And you had to look like. I got her, y'all. Like that's that look you had. I was like, look at Karl. And yeah,
we were going to the Atlanta Zoo.
Mm.
Yeah, we were going to the Atlanta Zoo to go on our, I don't know, like 5th or 6th date or something.
Oh man,
I don't know. Damn, I wonder if I have these. So for my 40th birthday, Danielle really, really kind of jacked me up, and she posted a bunch of pictures. Now, I was in the middle of playing like heavy metal shows, and I had a lot of people on Facebook that were like, following because of heavy metal, and so she decides for my 40th birthday to start posting pictures. No. Look closely.
the jeans.
Yeah, the pose.
Oh my god,
all of it. Okay.
Oh my god.
So the only thing redeeming me, and this obviously is going to be up on the screen, so I have no shame at all. If you look at the shirt, do you happen to know who that is? You're not a hockey fan specifically, but that's the great one, Wayne Gretzky.
That is Wayne Gretzky.
So there's only one other T-shirt that I could wear and be in a pose like this and not be embarrassed, and that would be like Slayer. If I had a Slayer shirt on, I'm good.
Yeah.
Wayne Gretzky was my saving grace in that picture.
Yeah.
So it gets worse when you look at the side by side with my sister.
In this picture right here with the side by side by the sister, that looks like she's looking at you like, okay, you're posing better than me. Are you going to be gay as you get older? That whole vibe, because you had the whole turn and you had the whole hand in the whole.
The jury is still out.
Like that.
So, I don't know how much older I have to get before I figure it out, but
Yeah. I mean, you figured it out.
No, as far as I know, I still don't know.
Oh, Jesus. Well, there's your answer.
So, we were talking earlier about Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yes.
Came out.
Yes.
And we both caught 3 episodes.
Yeah.
The 4th one just dropped on my birthday yesterday. Yeah. So, what are you thinking so far? Do you like it?
It's pretty good. I mean, it's kind of going accurately like I think it would have gone in my mind before I've seen it. I was like, okay, they gotta have this, and this, and they hit certain key points of it, and I'm so glad that like I was like, okay, more Winter Soldier, please. Like, don't get me wrong, Falcon is cool, don't get me wrong, but it's just something about Anthony Mackie to me that's just kind of like, his name's Clarence, and Clarence's parents have a real good marriage. I just want to I just want to see him walk his ass back to the 8 Mile. Like, he's always been off to me. Like, you could have put Samuel Jackson to be Falcon. I would have been mad. I have wings, motherfucker.
You threw up 8 Mile though.
I mean, come on now.
Mom's spaghetti.
I mean, exactly. It's just, he just don't like he don't do it for me. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm like, okay, but like I said, you could put Samuel Jackson as Falcon and Winter Soldier right now. I would watch it. I would see him up there just, I am the Falcon, some shit like that.
I think Anthony does a really good job with it. I think Sebastian Stan, who I still think needs to take over the Luke character, because if you look at it side by side, he looks damn close to Mark Hamill. Oh God,
he can pull it off.
And has actually said he would only do it if Mark Hamill gave him the okay.
Exactly.
And I guess if it came to a point where they wanted to use him, I'm sure Mark Hamill would be fine with it.
Yeah.
They've joked with each other on Instagram before, on Twitter.
They need to do that though, because there's certain parts, like I said, of these other stories that's being told. Luke needs to be more in there,
But Winter Soldier and the Bucky character were really the best aspects of the Captain America movies.
Yes. Yes.
The first Captain America was not my favorite superhero movie at all.
No, it's too much CGI and the head and the body and all that.
I understand they were doing sort of an origin story so that you could set it up for Avengers, and I get all that. It wasn't the greatest. It did what it needed to do. But that story arc really got interesting when Bucky came back and you had the Winter Soldier, and his character is so compelling. So,
yes.
I think that's Erica's favorite part of the show, at least until Loki and Tom Hiddleston come out. And then, then she's just going to be lost on that. She threatened me because I did watch one episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier without her. And she's like, I was in the hot tub, and I had like on my TV with a little Bluetooth speaker or on my phone, and I'm just hanging out, drinking a cocktail out. Because, I'm balling.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, okay, got it.
Okay.
All right, I understand.
So I'm sitting out there and she comes out, and I was kind of dreading like that she would come out because I didn't want her to know that I was cheating. And she goes, "What are you watching?" And I'm like, "Falcon and Winter Soldier."
Oh,
and she goes, "Fine." And she just walked inside, and I was like,
man,
"Oh,
you fucked up.
Fuck.
You fucked up.
Damn it." So then texts start coming. it's okay, I guess. I understand the podcast, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I just need to keep up on this stuff, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, you are not watching Loki without me. Understood? Question mark. I'm like, yes, ma'am.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you fucking up. You fucking up. You know.
Hey, I got a job to do. We people
don't
rely.
Use me as an excuse.
People rely on our feedback for this. They wouldn't know what to think without us, Ken.
Nope. He did this on his own. He didn't even tell me to, hey, start watching Falcon Winter Soldier. Erica, fuck him up. Now, anyway, proceed.
Yeah.
No, but I seriously, I think it's okay, and I kind of like the way the direction of the show is going, because it has to go that way. As far as in with this new Captain America and all that, it's supposed to happen.
Right.
So, but it's overall pretty good. But also too, it kind of gives me that Lethal Weapon vibe, that the relationship between, and it's kind of like, okay. But once again, it kind of did see it going that way anyway, because they were like that.
I mean, it's a little bit of a buddy cop show, but
yeah.
But I will say they definitely put the budget into it.
Oh, damn, sure
even
did.
From the first episode had so much in the beginning of it. I was like, wow, this is fucking intense.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm waiting for Loki, because Loki, that's gonna be the game changer.
Oh yeah,
that's gonna be the game changer. What the hell? That's definitely going to be the game changer.
Yeah, definitely.
I can't wait for it. I can't wait for Loki though. Loki is going to be the one. I think that's going to be the one that's going to bring the movies back in, because like I said, there's a couple of them supposed to be coming out. Like I think Eternals this year, or it's been pushed back.
Yeah, I don't know. Every time I try to look up the timeline for what is it, Phase 4?
Yeah.
I get so many different maps that I don't know which one's the latest one. I don't know. I know they're looking at beginning of 2022 for Doctor Strange now, I think.
Yeah.
And have they released the Black Widow movie at all?
They just came up with another, like the last trailer for it. It's just like recently, like a couple of days ago. It's like, okay, I'm gonna watch it, but it's kind of like, we know her ending result already. But there's something in there that's going to always.
She's going to come back.
It's a possibility due to the Eternals, and also due to the multiverse.
Like, it may not be our timeline Black Widow.
People don't understand the Infinity Stones created people, and also at the same time gave them powers. So a part of the Infinity Stone is already within them. So that could lead to something else.
So you're talking about Scarlet Witch,
right?
You're talking about Vision, obviously,
right? But also even in the Eternals, like I said, that's a whole nother level.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something else there too with those stones. Even though the stones are gone in this time, but
they're not gone in every timeline,
right?
And that's the biggest part of it is you can go back and at some point,
And also, there's a lot that's been going on in space that hasn't been told. And also, once again, you don't know what else the stones were known to create.
Right.
That were created and they're just not there and that no one knows about. Because once again, sometimes you can't destroy the stones. Maybe they might be, like I said, in this timeline, but overall, the stones still need to be around in order to that universe to be around. So.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah,
it's so weird. That's part of the reason why really anything with time travel tends to be difficult.
Yeah, Matt Groening, how do you do it? Like how do you fucking do it? Like, I want to know this shit. Like my thing is, everybody else is fucking dying and shit when they gonna go or some shit. And hell, you didn't say shit about DMX. God damn it.
Yeah, that you know of.
Man, telling you.
There's some episode that we've forgotten about that's already been aired and has like DMX dying of a heart attack in the headline or something.
Yeah, man.
You know what else is weird? I was watching South Park again. And that show, in the middle of all of this woke culture, right? Everything that's going on with, like, they fucking canceled Pepe Le Pew. They're trying to cancel Miss Piggy.
Yes.
Because she was sexually abusive to Kermit.
Kermit,
like,
no, you're not getting on this pussy, Kermit. You know, I mean, nobody wanted.
It was the other way around. It was more like, Kermit, give me that little frog dick.
I know, but they're trying to reshape it, you know. But if you want to be Kermit, give me some of that dick, you know what I'm saying? You know,
fucking chopping them and shit.
Let me see that green dick. No, I'm just joking. I was joking, but no, but in general, yeah, I don't understand that, because the biggest thing is we'll cancel Pepe Le Pew, we'll cancel all these other characters, but it's okay to have women all kissing each other all on the camera, have all this other stuff going on. I mean, and say that this is okay, but that's not okay.
Well, I just like parents let their kids play Grand Theft Auto.
Damn right.
You go to the strip club and get lap dances.
Ain't nothing.
You pull up, pick up hookers, and they're bouncing your car.
Exactly.
You don't think 10-year-olds know what they're doing when they're driving into a back alley with a prostitute and then find it hysterical to then get out of the car and kill her and take the money back afterwards?
Exactly.
That's okay. But Pepe Le Pew jumping around, chasing after a cat that has accidental white stripes painted on its back is the most horrible shit ever. Really?
It is okay to kill people and to kill the prostitute in Grand Theft Auto, because you know why? The product might not be that. The product might not be that good as they valued it to be.
Well, but that's no reason to kill somebody. I mean, if you go to the grocery store and buy a peach and it's not soft, or it's too soft, do you just go back in and shoot the clerk?
Damn it, this is Grand Theft Auto. This is my imagination. Now, the Pepe Le Pew, now this is my thing. Okay, I see why they want to do it, but at the end of the day, come on now. Pepe Le Pew was just being that dude. Like, Pepe Le Pew enjoyed the chase.
It was romance.
That's it. He
loved the romance.
To Darlene, I love your eyes. I want to be with you.
And he was a little bit naive. Now I'm like making excuses for Pepe Le Pew. No, but he was a little naive. He didn't realize that his advances weren't wanted. He didn't realize he didn't smell. Yeah, I mean, or that he smelled. He didn't know.
She didn't know she smelled either.
Well, yeah.
I'm
not going into her smells.
That poo 90 stank. That's what it is. He going over there, oh, my Darlene, blah, blah, blah. No, Pepe, smell it. You gonna go pee too, shit.
But you watch South Park, right? And I haven't watched any recent episodes, but I promise you they are no tamer than any of the episodes they've ever done.
Right.
The fact that you have the same two guys and they do horrible Asian accents, they do horrible black accents, they do horrible Indian accents, they do, like they had Cartman and Butters dressed up. Like they gave Butter the huge buck teeth. And like they do that shit. And here's okay, so it's in the same vein as when All in the Family, Archie Bunker would say some really racist shit,
he
right?
Would say some racist,
anti-Semitic stuff, whatever it was. And the whole point of the show wasn't, hey, we have a show where we can be anti-Semitic. It's a show where I can say, hey, this stuff goes on, and by the end of the episode, this is how ridiculous this character is.
Right.
And everybody watching the show hopefully is intelligent enough to realize that character is a mockery of what's wrong with people, right?
Right, exactly.
So in the same way, South Park does that, and they get away with it flawlessly.
All the time.
Mm-hmm. And it amazes me because right now, if you sneeze, some community somewhere is going to go, oh, well, we're against that. You're what's wrong with America.
Exactly. And I'm, like I said, I'm all for, hey, if something's wrong, something's wrong. But when it's stuff like this that, and this is kind of like they were saying, like other comedians are saying, this is what's killing comedy, is the fact of that now, if you say something or if something's not politically correct, you're wrong. I mean, I grew up on watching all kind of cartoons and stuff where there's some that was racist, yes. But at the same time, if something was really funny to me, I laughed. I did. So I mean, that's just what it is. I just think that this cancel culture is going too far.
Even the stuff that I find cringeworthy now, and I will tell you, Eric and I think we've mentioned this before, but Eric and I went back and watched the first couple of Police Academy movies.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And in the middle of it, he yells out something about spades.
Yeah.
And how Erica and I both in the middle of it went, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, I forgot how fucking racist shit was in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that's not to say that it's not now, but it's totally different. Right. We've come. Yeah, I mean, just looking at it, it's so much different now, right?
Mm-hmm.
But even then, it was totally used in a way so that Hightower could get his revenge on them for being racist assholes, and everybody is applauding. Everybody's happy. Everybody's like, yeah, fuck them, right? Because they're, what's wrong with... So if you don't challenge that stuff, if you don't have that stuff kind of out there, how can you progress? How can you... You know what I mean? Like, we're canceling shit like crazy.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, my thing is, you're trying to come after Miss Piggy and all the other characters.
Dumb.
I mean,
it's so dumb. People get something better to do with your fucking time.
Like I said, it's. I mean, one thing about it, canceling a character like that is like you're canceling a part of like people's lives because people grew up on that. People watch that. People, people's children's children has watched that. And then all of a sudden, it's no longer acceptable. Like, what's the issue?
I mean, you're also talking about a part of history.
Yeah.
In entertainment, like, Jim Henson, the Muppets, and all of these things were revolutionary in entertainment. You know what I mean? Like, when you look at stand-up, came from vaudeville, right? And all it was the person that was basically introducing the different acts, but to not just come out there and go, and next you'll see a guy dancing with fire.
He
would come out and he'd throw a couple jokes out. Yep. Hey, what do you call a blah, blah, blah? And, some punchy, just kind of one-liner kind of jokes.
Right.
And it evolves to this thing where you've got, Kevin Hart in the round in a huge fucking stadium, dazzling people with stories. And with these bits that are well constructed, and you know what I'm saying? Like, in the same way, puppetry started with, shadow puppets and fireside things, and then became like, all of these to get to a point where, Muppets and all of these kind of different things are all part of that history. And so when you cancel that stuff out, you're really kind of canceling out history. It's the same thing I feel about burning books. Why would you burn books? Mein Kampf is a horrible, horrible book, but it's a part of history that people need to understand. It was written. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, there are lots of things we're going to disagree with. Huckleberry Finn has some atrocious shit in it.
I'm telling you.
But don't we need to understand that people were that ignorant and life was like that for some people?
Right.
And, I think it gives us great frame of reference. It gives us a continual education on how we can be better.
Right, exactly. Tom Sawyer, all that,
like, I don't know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So I saw Godzilla vs Kong.
Okay.
It's unfair to shit on a lizard versus monkey movie, because if you take the history of where these movies came from,
right,
they were never really about the plot, right?
No.
It was not really that important.
Right.
It was get to the action, get to the monsters. But man, I had so many problems with this movie.
Oh shit.
So we're watching it, and the first thing I'm thinking is, like, they're being fucking horrible to Kong. Like, Skull Island is all rainy. I haven't watched all of them, so I don't know what the fuck happened to Skull Island.
You need to watch Skull Island, and then you need to watch
whatever
the one beforehand with Godzilla. Yeah.
So, he's in this kind of biodome thing, right? And he realizes it, and he's not happy, and he's punching holes using trees as spears, which, I just, I thought was kind of shitty in itself, but they're doing it for his protection, And then it's like, dude rolls up and he's like, hey, we need to use them. So let's just strap him to a fucking boat loaded with fucking drugs and roll him halfway across the fucking world so that we can lead him down a wormhole.
Yeah.
That goes to the center of the earth. And then, like, oh my God. So now they're going into conspiracy theories and feeding conspiracy theorists with Hollow Earth.
I'm telling you.
And all of that shit. And then you're sending this monkey down there so that he goes through this fucking wormhole. And all of a sudden, we've got this, like, ridiculous technology with hovering cars and shit. Where did all that shit come from? Because even in Godzilla, it wasn't really a sci-fi movie in the fact that we were technologically that advanced, right?
No.
But now all of a sudden they got these special vehicles that Apex made, and they're going to go and through the wormhole, and they're going to help with the anti-gravity of the center of the earth. But Godzilla uses his breath to fucking blow a hole from fucking Hong Kong down to the center of the earth by just spitting.
What?
Is looking at Kong, and Kong's looking at him, and then do they travel a wormhole to get back? No.
No, they don't. They
No.
don't travel the wormhole. They
What the fuck?
Okay, the Godzilla, the whole thing is a Godzilla. That was the power of the moth, which was in the last movie. But the funniest shit to me was Godzilla had to have some stink ass breath, because when he tried to use that shit again on Kong, Kong was like, fuck that, get that shit out of my face, and just cut that breath shit out. That shit was funny as fuck. But I did like the fact of I saw a little bit of Mike Tyson and Roy Jones fight, because all of a sudden in the beginning when they was fighting, Kong came out like Tyson and threw them things, and Zilla was like this, but his hands was little, he couldn't get it around, and he was like, fuck it, I'm gonna take him in the water. I was like, oh shit, this is some real shit. But when he was down there, and you see Kong was literally about to drown, he was looking like Sonic the Hedgehog when he's in the water and he's about to drown and got like down to 3 before he about to die and shit. The bubbles and shit was flaming. I was like, oh shit, hurry up, somebody get Sonic up out of there. So the shit was already, it was okay movie. I liked it, but at the same time, fuck it.
You got real amped there, like
yeah, like I mean, but just think about this. I get it, because there's certain shit I didn't understand. Like the shit they really did got me though for a second though. All of a sudden, everybody goes away. The little girl come out there, she doing this shit, and all of a sudden,
how do you teach Kong a fucking sign language with no one noticing?
Kong talking, and then the other lady comes on and says, "You can speak to Kong." He didn't want you to know. And I was just like, and Kong was looking at the little girl like, bitch, why you told? Like, you know what I'm saying? So
and now the whole fucking boat knows.
Now they all know. Everybody on the fucking boat know they can talk to Kong now and shit, you know? But my thing is, in general, it was okay. I did like the action. I give it that. But as far as in the plot, the build up to it.
Again, see, they lost me at the beginning, because that whole fight scene in the beginning, they didn't even unlock Kong until the boat was upside down.
Well, they had no choice to give him a chance.
They should have fucking unlocked him the first minute. And how did you know? How did you not know that Godzilla was going to find you?
Look, it was your people that did it. It was your people. White people did that.
I understand.
Like, oh my God, now he's drowning. We got to get him out of there.
Now,
press the button. Press it now, damn it.
No. So here's the other thing. So they shut the boat down, and Godzilla can't find them?
I have nothing for that.
He traveled all that way because he knew that Kong was off the island.
Yeah,
How would he know that Kong was off the island unless he could sense another Titan?
That's what,
and their movement.
That's normally as all his other movies. He does sense another one. It was
the motor in the boat that apparently was letting Godzilla know where they were. Because when they cut the motor out, he wasn't going to be able to find them. And they couldn't turn the boat back on, because if they did, he'd just circle back around, right? But you can bring in helicopters and slowly strap him into a big net and then fly him away, and Godzilla's not going to hear any of that shit.
And you see, if I was Godzilla, I would have went, and it would have been like, sometimes I was like, you motherfuckers, like, you know, some shit like that. But and in my opinion, though, like I said, I like the action of it, and I do get the story and the plot that, like, that was kind of fucked up, because at the end of the day, like I said,
pardon me for interrupting, sir.
Yeah, what is it, Jarvis?
It seems the hard drive capacity is at critical limits. I recommend a shutdown so that I may run a complete diagnostic before defragmenting all sectors.
Well, we're in the middle of a podcast.
I am aware of that, sir. But I don't feel like anyone will really miss it.
Well, that's like your opinion. Just go to the backup hard drive, and later on tonight we can just defrag the hard drive.
Very well, sir. And Ken, I do want to offer my sincere condolences in regards to the extremely small nature of your manhood.
Jarvis, that was a little unfair.
Fuck both of y'all.
I will not get into a pissing match with children.
Oh, shit.
I'll upload a virus to your ass.
I do apologize, sir, but having an intellectual debate with you is much like Arnold Schwarzenegger wrestling Gary Coleman.
Oh, shit. Jarvis told you, dude.
You know what? You can tell Jarvis to kiss his own ass. How about that?
Very well,
All
sir.
right. Well, anyway. So I wanted to do a segment.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought, we might be able to help some folks,
That's what it's all about, man. Sometimes people listen to us all the time. We say our opinions on certain things, but we are here to help people and at the same time give them some of the best advice. Well, we're knowing with Carl and me and Carl give some of the worst advice that we possibly can to help benefit you on your daily life to make a change. We're here. And first thing we do is we try to help the man in the mirror. That would be you.
All right. So I'm going to attempt to read a letter here.
Okay.
So I've been separated from my wife for about 4 years at her request. It was justified. I wasn't the best husband. I wasn't abusive, but I was sad and feeling sorry for myself like now. I took her for granted. Let me pop this way and blow this up a little bit. I took her for granted and didn't show her the affection she deserved. But I have been going through therapy to work through the issues that I had suppressed for decades and that contributed to me being a bad husband. I wanted to try counseling with her, but she was done and refused, which I'm still saddened by. As of today, she has a new boyfriend, but still hasn't filed for divorce. I'm struggling because she and her new boyfriend hang out with the people I grew up with. It's my own hang up, I know, but it makes me feel embarrassed and like I can't hang out with my friends again. I get upset when I see posts on Facebook with her and her boyfriend that my family have added heart emojis or nice comments to. Am I wrong for feeling betrayed in some way? Is my estranged wife belittling me by not filing for divorce and hanging out with my friends and a new boyfriend? Are my friends and family betraying me by being friends with them? I'm broken beyond repair. Well, it's kind of rough, man. So what you got?
Well, I'll say this, I say go hang out. Or better yet, if she has a sister, fuck her. Hey, fuck it. You want to do that shit? You want to go and have him around my friends where I grew up at? Bring him around my tree? The tree that we hung around? What? The black top? You want to bring all them over there? You want to bring him over there? No, I'm going to get your sister. We're going to do the same thing, and I'm going to fuck her harder than I did you. That's what I would do.
It's pretty hardcore. I mean, I would say the whole reason she probably hasn't filed for divorce is probably because she knows you're a sad sack and that, you're mopey before. If she files for divorce, who knows what you're going to do. But she's got to get on with her life, right? Like, why don't you just file for divorce?
Or she using old boy because old boy knocking her down real good and that he couldn't. And at the same time, she's like, yo, I'm going to get this wood over here, but I'm going to keep the money over here.
Yeah, but they've been separated. So, I mean,
look here. Think about it.
If she got divorced, then she could take half the money.
Exactly. But at the same time is the fact of, I'm going to play the hand. That's all I got to do. Hey, either I'm going to get it half or I'm just going to keep going and look here. Title. That's what it's all about.
Well, it didn't really say that they were hanging out, so I don't know.
Oh, hanging out means fucking.
No. I mean her and her ex or her soon-to-be ex-husband.
Oh, look here.
It looks like he just got left off to the side.
Look here, he got left off to the side,
crying about she's the one hanging out and she's having a good time with her life.
Yeah, she's the one hanging out. Yeah, she the one.
Just get on with your life, dude.
She the one getting knocked up. Her ass is getting fired.
You think she's just getting drilled, huh?
Getting her ass toe up. What? Huh? Shit. Who? Look here. Man, please. Man. What do you think another man supposed to do? Come along and, I love Jim. No, you love Jim after Jim done knocked you down a couple times. Shit, you go looking for Slim Jim. Shit.
Looking for Slim Jim.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're going getting that Jimmy. Oh, yeah. Real good. Yeah. Just saying.
All right. So, my boyfriend of nearly a year and I recently said I love you for the first time. Before he said it first. He told me he doesn't want to start saying it all the time. Wherein lies my dilemma. How often is too often? Do I say it every night before bed or only on special occasions? Please help because I'm confused and I'm worrying that I'm hurting him because I haven't said it since that night 4 days ago. I don't want to smother him or make him feel uncomfortable. How much is too much? Oh, this sounds right up your alley, Ken. With your you're being so in touch with your emotions and all.
Oh, fuck that. Look here. Look here. Look here. He wants you to, he said it to you. That's it. You know, in general, I say, look here. If it ain't on you to say it yet, don't say the shit yet. Don't gas it up already. Look here. Now I'm saying he probably said it after y'all was fucking. So, you know, that's just what it is. You know, you catching it. Oh, I love you. Oh, God. You know, I mean, in that moment, after that, it could have been just in that moment, like I love you.
So you think he just said it, and that afterwards he was like, "Oh, well, I don't want to hear it all the time. Let's not do that all the time."
Sometimes,
he was just
look here,
embarrassed that it came out.
A woman needs compliments all the time, so sometimes you got to say the "I love you" to keep shit going. Okay, she might have a fucked up day. The hair ain't done. She fucked around and missed watching the Brady Bunch. Now she's sad. What you need to do? Tell her, look, I love you. Or say, hey, the food was great. Even though she burnt the shit up around the edges and fucked up, you still have to give some compliments or something like that. Or you still have to make sure you there to watch a movie that you don't want to watch. That's probably a romantic movie that comes on a Lifetime channel. And you just sitting there like, oh God, will this shit end? And you know, like right now, the game you was watching is 30 minutes in. You don't know who the fuck is winning. So you're trying to go to your phone and pull up and try to check the score. But she eyeing you the whole time. Like, don't you pick up that fucking phone and check the fucking game. So either way.
This is wildly specific, by the way.
I'm just saying, in general, this is certain situations that happen.
Name?
And no. But in general, this is what you do. You just sit there and just go, okay. And then that's when when she looking at you, like put that down, you look at her and you go, I love you.
So, I would say you have to say it as often as you feel it needs to be said. It's something that's an expression, right? So it's a way for you to express how you feel about somebody. I like it less when I have to say it because we're on the phone. I like it more when you say it because in that moment you were just really feeling it. You know what I mean?
Did you think Bill Clinton loved Monica?
I think in certain moments he did.
Oh, Monica, I love you. I love you right now.
Do you think he loved Hillary more?
Oh, so good. Oh, I love you. You do this more than Hillary does. She only does this when I get paid. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying you got to say that shit as often as you feel like saying it, and if the person can't handle it, then it's probably not the right person.
I don't think you should say it as often. I think you should say it when it feels more meaningful.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like you can wear it out. It can lose its meaning if just every time we get off the phone, it's, oh, I love you, baby. I love you.
I'm just saying, all of a sudden, you don't want to come in and be like, she sits and play foot down. I love you. Oh, what? Oh, you got my socks. I love you. I don't want nothing like that,
But I will say there's a certain point in a relationship where certain things like the expectation kind of naturally changes.
Yeah.
So Eric and I used to say it a lot, and we still do, but I think in somewhat a different way. So I still spontaneously, and she does as well, will send stuff because we're thinking about each other, right? And we'll throughout the day I'll get some weird texts about Frasier, an episode that she's watching or something, and we'll giggle and we'll do lines back and forth or whatever. And then I'll get an, oh my God, I love you so much, because she's really appreciating the fact that, we're being funny together and we're having this moment, right?
Exactly.
But there's also that fear that I never want the last thing that I say to her to be something other than I love you, because, I want her to know that, like, right up to whatever her end is, if it's her end or whatever my end is,
right,
that's how I feel about her. Right. So it starts becoming at the end of every phone call. I love you, baby. It's just a natural thing now.
Right.
Whereas it would have been a little bit early in a relationship, that's not necessarily necessary right off the bat. You know what I'm saying? But it just feels natural now because that's the way, we just naturally do that.
Yeah. I mean, but even in that, because once again, you don't know you're in, you don't know how it's going to end. I mean, but you
don't want it to be, God damn, you're a smelly bitch. And then I get into a car accident or something stupid.
Pepe Le Pew.
And the last thing that she'll ever remember me saying to her is, God damn, you're a smelly bitch, or hey, you rat bastard, or,
But see, I mean, that's the thing though. I mean,
which is a pet name I have for her, rat bastard. It's one of her favorites.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a New York thing. Hey, you rat bastard.
Yeah,
Piece of shit. You fucking guy. Come down here, fucking talk to me like that.
Yeah.
I'll show you, you rat bastard.
Yeah. Oh my God. I love shit like that, man. That New York accent, that talk, man.
It is the best.
Oh,
all right,
God.
my friend. So episode 20. We gonna wait another month before we get together for 21? Or?
Nah, hopefully not. We're gonna kick these things out again and keep running. We're going to and have some more guests. I mean, almost had we almost had us a guest today, but it was like, nah, I'm just gonna let him, do what he do, because he went out and started ripping and running.
Who?
Oh, Rob was gonna come back.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh man.
But he had something else to do, so I was like, go ahead and do it, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's all so much more important than.
I mean, look
this,
here.
apparently.
I mean, look. I mean, this.
Thanks, Rob. Appreciate it.
What other? I mean, what other way? What other way to do a 20th episode? Just to, what I'm saying, this is us. This is.
Yeah, because I know Q has been wanting to come back. I know
Q.
My buddy Dwight, who's a big superhero comic fan and stuff, and he's the one I made the arc reactor for.
Okay.
Oh man, I went that whole thing with my arc reactor.
Oh,
How do you like that shit? Damn.
Hey, you had to pay respect. Iron Man is gone. Turn it off.
Well, and Jarvis was here, so
fuck Jarvis.
Jarvis got an attitude problem.
Yeah, fuck Jarvis. I'm gonna send him a virus that says "I love you." How about that? I love you 3000. Yeah, right there. Fuck him up.
Oh, that's too funny. All right, well, tell everybody where to find us.
Oh man, please. Once again, we appreciate you all for your comments. Please subscribe. Please, you can find us on IG. You can find us there, literally with Ken and Karl. You can find me on my IG is Ken Jr.321. Karl's is
at the Bone Church.
At the Bone Church. I almost at the other one. I almost started that one. But yes, please, once again, comment, subscribe.
These are going to come up on the screen anyway.
Tell people. I understand that, but you just want me to be like an ass and just
the
talk.
Lightsabers look dope on the little graphic.
They do. And then the main one I like is the two lightsabers when they collab like that for the main one.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. But comment, subscribe, please tell everybody to join. And at the same time, if you all have any questions or opinions or anything you want us to talk about, we'll talk about it. I mean, we'll sit there and just give our opinions and just comment on anything.
Yeah, Ken and Karl podcast at gmail.com.
What he said, yes.
We're gonna pull some more random stuff for advice, but if you guys have anything specific, make sure you hit up Ken and Karl podcast at gmail.com.
Do that.
Send us any of your issues, your problems, and we'll probably give you some bad advice.
I'm telling you, I know I won't.
All right, peace, everybody.
Peace.
Wow.